Golden State Warriors. At center, Andrew Bogut. At the other forward position, Draymond Green. At shooting guard, Klay Thompson. At the other guard position, Stephen Curry. The head coach of the visiting team is Steve Kerr. Let's meet your Houston Rockets. At the power forward position, 7 feet, number 20, Donatas Motiejunas. At the other forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 33, Corey Brewer. At the point, standing 5 foot 11, number 3, Ty Lawson. In the middle, standing 6 foot 11, number 12, Dwight Howard. And starting at guard, number 13, James Harden. Let's hear it for your
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We'll see the Golden State Warriors facing the Houston Rockets. And guys, we won't be seeing Trevor Ariza, who is out and injured.
Well, Kevin, no more uncertainty about the seriousness of his injury. We only got a preliminary diagnosis after he came out of their previous game, but now they sound sure about it. Hopefully we see him back on the court in less than a month.
Yeah, and we should. I mean, barring anything unforeseen, you'd expect him to be back in a matter of a few weeks.
Now Golden State's starting 5. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the 3. Harden against Curry. To the wing on the left. Launches it. And he gets the bucket. Curry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. There are very few players you can call game changers on offense, but Clark, Stephen Curry.
It's incredible how much better they are offensively when he's on the floor.
Nobody near Barnes. They get it back.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Tries a 3 off the inbound. Harden, no good.
And Steph Curry, with his deep range and lightning quick release, really unique to our league.
Now here's Curry. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harden kicks to Motiejunas. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And speaking of Curry, guys, that quick slingshot release, really one of a kind. For most of us, a quick flick shot like that would be lucky to draw iron, but he's able to do it with pinpoint accuracy.
Here's Curry following the basket by Motiejunas. Curry kicks to Bogut. 6 to shoot. Thompson for the triple. And that one's good. Thompson's got 5 now.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Harden the pass to Howard. Offers off the pick and hammers it home.
I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why... They look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
And the basket by Harden.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Goes up on the high post. And another basket for Golden State.
Oh, what a sweet stroke from Curry on that one.
Rockets trail by 3. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Warriors. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Howard against Bogut. Shoots from 14. Again, the Rockets score.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Good. 7 points for Steph Curry.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Brewer. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
Boy, they've come out of that locker room.
So far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Harden outside, shoots the 3. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And he answers right back with a 3 of his own.
Watch out now, Suki. We got a duel shaping up right here. This could be mano-mano for a little while.
The shot's good from Lawson.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
Now here's Iguodala. 9 points last game, and the shot is good.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Nuggets.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds, disjointed, disorganized.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Curry. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Rockets trail by 7. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. The Warriors, number 1.
Yeah, number 1 in the league in terms of points per game a season ago. They play as a team, just really unselfish in terms of their brand of basketball.
Now here's Harden. He's coming off a 16-point game against Denver.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last.
And a moment now to look at the stats for James Harden. He's coming off an excellent season. He put up about 27 points a game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
Well, his mindset allows him to stack those points up. He wants to carry the load, and clearly he does.
Now here's Curry following the miss by Lawson. Passes it to Iguodala. Fires from deep. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists tonight. Houston's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And Houston calls their first time out of the game. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And this is a team they battled in the conference finals last season, coming up short.
Yeah, a bitter pill to swallow, too. I mean, when you face that team again, that's always, not just in the back of your head, it's in the front of your mind, too. Getting a win would be some kind of consolation.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Mazzili's checked in for Green. Barbosa comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Curry. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Drops in the tray. Harden's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Warriors leading by 7. Well, you think back to the 2009 draft, the Thunder selecting James Harden 3rd overall, and there was some second guessing there.
Yeah, and Tyreke Evans, Kevin, taking a pick after him, won Rookie of the Year. But with time, Harden's talent is proven out, and you could argue he should have gone first in that draft.
And so it's Houston with it. The Warriors making the shot. And up the court come the Warriors on the...
That happened.
Yeah.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Here's Lawson. The Warriors making the shot. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Like last season, we saw Moni Yunus make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin. Both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
And Monte Yunus actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes, little up and unders. The Rockets looked to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden.
Here is Livingston. Pass to Iguodala for the 3, and he gets it to go. Iguodala's got 13.
And Monte Yunus is a very confident player. I think where he can still improve is his rebounding and defensive impact. With a 7-foot frame, he's got to learn to play like a 7-footer.
Livingston, that's good.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Thornton. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Here is Livingston. A 12-point game. 3-pointer. And that one's good. Livingston's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Warriors.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc. And guys, Patrick Beverly, a perfect fit for the Rockets alongside James Harden. You know, Beverly is in that complementary role as a 3 and D guy. And remember, also, even though he's the point guard, he doesn't need the ball to be effective. He's good at just spotting up for threes, and he's a hounding on-ball defender.
And the Warriors making a change here. Andrew Bogut checked in for Festus Ezeli. James Michael McAdoo comes in for Maurice Spates. Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Klay Thompson in for Leandro Barbosa. And Beverly plucked out of Europe by the Rockets. Clark, he signed a new contract this past offseason.
And a nice value for the Rockets, Kevin. I mean, he's a player whose impact on the game really transcends the stat sheet. That's often the case for those guys that are all defense caliber players.
And so it's Golden State with it. Following the score by Houston. It's stolen by Jones. Harden kicks to Beverly. Back to Harden. All alone. And, yep, couple bounces, and it falls. Harden's got 11.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
It's Bogut with the drive.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Harden inside the three-point line. And again, the Rockets good for two.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Jason Terry has checked in for Marcus Thornton. Houston on D, trailing by 13. Here's McAdoo, and Jones sends it back. Thompson for the triple, and another three for Golden State.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Here's Beverly. The Warriors pull it in. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And it wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, you've laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense, or bad if you don't execute them. Shooting is just a byproduct of not screening well and not moving the ball or players well. They didn't execute anything on the offensive end.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor. And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year, and that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
Here's Green. It's tipped. Terry dishes to Jones. And Curry pulls it down. Jacks up a three. And another three for Golden State.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Now here's Beverly. It's Harden with the drive. The second chance effort, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The Rockets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Only 71% from the line last season, and rest assured they're hoping to bring those numbers up this year.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Now here's Beverly. Got a piece of it. It's Curry with the drive. Count the buckets. Curry's got 20.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Beverly, the pass to Harden. To the middle. And that one's good. Beverly.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition. And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
And the defense needs to recognize that and get to the shooters. It's imperative that they get a hand up.
And he gets it back. Harden, no good.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over him.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Curry kicks to Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
For 3.
Curry's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Jones. The Warriors pull it in.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, man, that basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Assistant, Stephen Curry.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
How good has the ball movement been here? Just absolutely terrific.
Boy, that kind of timely passing, Greg, really fun to watch.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Golden State looking at who they've got. They've got Festus Ezeli. Barbosa is out there with Curry. And there's Iguodala. And it's Spates in at the 4 slot.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That is his first foul of the game. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Curry.
Substitution for the Warriors. Sean Livingston.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
On its way from Barbosa for 2. That one falls. It's coming off Iguodala's feed. Houston's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Lawson up top. He's got 6. And the rejection by Ezeli. The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Iguodala dishes to Ezeli. Sinks the triple. Ezeli's got his first 3 points of the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness. Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Spates the pass to Ezeli. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And Thornton kicks to Lawson. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. That's good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job. That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. That's foul number 2 for him. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. In the corner, Thornton with it. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Thornton's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's certainly starting to heat up from outside. That's his third for the game, his second in this quarter.
Livingston, that's good.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
And Lawson with the drive. Jones, no one around him. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Livingston, another three for Golden State.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. On defense, the Warriors. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Here's Thornton. 11 points in the game. A floater, and he sinks the layup. Brewer's got his first points in this one.
That's a precision shot. You've got to be precise. No room for error on the floater.
And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Curry. Curry's got his 6th assist on the night. When you think about Stephen Curry, and your first thought is he's a remarkable three-point shooter. That's right. But he's not just a long-range threat.
Yeah, I see him as a shot maker, one of the league's top mid-range shooters off the pull-up, too, and he's a creative finisher. Floaters and backspin shots, English, high off the glass. Again, the best shot maker, I think, in the history of the game.
There's the bucket. Good. Curry's got 25 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw line.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
2 shots.
And Curry, such a tremendous balance to his game, and he can square up on a dime to knock down shots. I mean, that's a focus also of his training. Doesn't do it with conventional pattern shooting drills. It's a lot of stuff to challenge his balance while he's on the move and shooting.
Lawson outside. Kicks it out to Jones. From 13, can't get it to go. So Golden State will take it the other way.
And for Steph Curry, to me, that balance is remarkable. I mean, it used to be customary beyond the arc to fake a defender into the air and then step into a mid-range two. But Curry has introduced that more efficient sidestep for the wide-open 3.
But they'll get another chance. Another 3 for Golden State.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Pass to Green, puts up a 3, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And it's 6 points for Draymond Green. Houston's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Jones dishes to Lawson. Tipped away. Curry with the steal. Here's Barnes. It's rebounded by Houston.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean,
sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender. And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And continuing to expand his arsenal last season, Patrick Beverley, the guard for the Rockets. Career highs in assists and rebounds per game, and he's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
Yeah, and he's really working on the details of becoming a better playmaker, becoming a guy that has coaches trust him to handle the basketball in those crucial situations.
Over in the corner, Barnes. He feeds it to Rush. Again, Golden State.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
From the baseline, the Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game. Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder points when you do it the way they're doing it on the road. That's special.
Curry passes to Rush. Curry kicks to Rush. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Rush has got 7 now in this quarter. Houston's gone 6 of 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside. And Steph Curry with the foul. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Rockets have made 10 of the 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
Take a look at what Beverly's been doing. He has 8 points, and free throws have been big for him today, with 6 points from the line.
And it's important, and you can tell that he understands that in terms of getting to the line.
Jason Terry has checked in for Houston. And Golden State also making a change. McAdoo's checked in. Terry kicks to Harden from 17 feet out. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them. Smooth sailing for Golden State. Outside Curry. The feed to McAdoo. Back to Curry. They double team Curry. Shot clock at 5. Good chance here for Barnes. And another basket for Golden State.
Assisted by Jason.
Houston's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the 2nd quarter. Dishes it to Terry. And Thompson sends it back.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Here's Rush. 7 points in the game. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Curry can't get it to go.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Wasted no time on that one. Curry's got 13 points now in the quarter.
I wasn't sure if he'd be able to keep it up, but he has.
Wow. Curry with the steal, and Rush kicks to Curry. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And it's Beverly missing. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense. But their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season. And some nights, the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up. And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
He is on fire from beyond the arc.
Yeah, it seems like all of his points are coming from deep, Greg.
Here's Harden. From the top of the key, he buries it. Harden's got 19 points.
And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
And the basket by Curry.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness. And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
And both free throws good for Terry. Well, looking back on last season, you could see the Rockets were tough at home. They just were relentless at going at teams.
Yeah, how about a 30-11 record last year? And a lot of close ones for them, but that home crowd at times could just really will them to victory.
As it did help in the series against the Clippers last year in the playoffs. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And the rejection by Harden. Terry kicks to Montejunas. The dish to Harden. Softly drops in the floater. Harden's got 21 in the game.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes. Picture perfect with the turnaround. There's no stopping that shot.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Warriors on top, running away with it. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He went on an historic scoring frenzy, tallying a ridiculous number of points, 3 rebounds, and a crazy number of assists. It's really great to see him back to what appears to be top form coming off the injury. There's a sense of reassurance that he's healthy after the first 2 quarters back. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
That was the half of the super sub for them. A lot of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up when the second unit came into the game. And that's the best part, having a bunch of guys who's ready at the drop of a hat.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Well, first of all, Ernie, they were atrocious on the boards. Getting tough on the glass has got to be the first thing they address. There is no way they can come back into the game unless they show more fight in the paint. If not, Ernie, they're going to be barbecue chicken.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
You know, Curry is playing extremely well. He's got 41 points. And talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
And Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today. Boy, he is just dangerous out there.
And so here is Golden State looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans. They'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Montejunas and Howard, the post pair. Lawson out there with Harden. And it's Brewer in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Kevin McHale.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball. And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
It's Curry with the drive. Livingston. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Livingston's got 18 points.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Houston's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. On the wing, Brewer, plenty of space. Good on the jump shot. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Curry with the 3, and the shot is good. Curry's got 44.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Lawson drives in, and it's sent back by Bogut. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. That's good. Maniunas has got 12 in the game.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Livingston dishes to Green. He kicks it to Curry. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
That would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
For Houston, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
That's tipped. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
And the Rockets making a change here. Jones is checked in. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
It's stolen by Jones. And now, running up the court, Brewer pushing it up. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. The Warriors making a switch here. Barbosa's checked in.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets.
Always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
You know, sometimes the best way to attack size is to go right at it.
And some nice passing there by Houston. And Barbosa pulls it down. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. From deep, Iguodala. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists in the game. Lawson with it. 12 points for him. It's tipped. Harden kicks to Maniunas. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Here's Brewer. Nice shot from the wing. Brewer's got 4 points in the quarter. The Warriors have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Iguodala, the pass to Green. Back to Iguodala. And that one is stuffed right through.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And guys, you look over the history of the Defensive Player of the Year award, and it usually goes to big men. Big men get the blocks and clog up the paint, but before last season, the last 10 Defensive Player of the Year awards went to bigs. And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of
my
UNLV.
goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
And the slam dunk by Spates.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Livingston dishes to Iguodala. Feeds it to Spates. There's the pass to Livingston. Kicks to Barbosa. Passes it to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. And Iguodala gets it to go in on the assist by Green. Green's got 4 assists now tonight.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors show just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer. Again, Golden State.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
And Thornton kicks to Lawson. Back to Thornton. And the layup's good off the glass. Thornton's got 5 points in the quarter. Well, the Warriors did zip the ball around very well last year, Clark. They led the league, as Greg was just talking about, led the league in assists per game. It wasn't even close. Over 27 assists per game as a team.
Yeah, 28 times they had 30 or more assists. In 2014, the team that led in that category was the Spurs. They did it only 16 times.
Wow. Jones for 3, and it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Pass to Brewer. Pulls up. Jones. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Iguodala. And you talk about huge single-game scoring performances like we're watching here tonight. Going back, only one player, think of this, only one player in NBA history to go triple digits. And that's the Big Dipper, Wilt Chamberlain, on March 2nd, 1962.
Truly an iconic record. I mean, 100 points. I mean, it's hard to wrap your mind around. But Wilt was a man among boys, a player who changed the way an entire sport was played. Truly a revolutionary.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Jason Terry is checked in for Brewer. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson. And then for Golden State, Azili's checked in for Draymond Green. And it's Rush in for Sean Livingston. Iguodala, the pass to Spates. For the 3, Brandon Rush, and that's good. Rush has got 10 points in the game.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
It's stolen by Jones. Thornton dishes to Beverly. It's deflected. It's 2-on-1. On the wing, Iguodala, defended by Jones. That's good. That's 29 points for Andre Iguodala. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Moniunas with the steal. Pass to Beverly. He dishes it to Thornton. There's a screen by Moniunas. And Thornton kicks to Moniunas. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Moniunas has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Terry against Iguodala. Five on the clock. It's deflected. Moniunas with the steal. Now Thornton. 18 points for him.
And guys, the wheels really fell off of Marcus Thornton's game last year. This was a deadly shooter who averaged over 21 points a game only a few seasons ago. But last season, under double figures at 9 per contest.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Moniunas. And Thornton drops 2. And on the topic of Thornton, Greg, last season, he wasn't all bad. He did hit, a career-high 42% of his threes. Clark, the problem is he didn't provide anything else.
Yeah, he's an Allen wrench. He's a specialist. I mean, he's never been a great playmaker, rebounder, or defender. His money is made with his jump shot.
The Warriors shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. That's good from Stephen Curry.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
And a wide open look for Thornton. The 10-footer finds the target. Thornton's got 22 points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Over in the corner, Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
And the basket by Jones. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I have talked about that. And Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets. It can be a hard sell to a free agent. Solid as a rock.
There's a minute left in the 3rd quarter. Thornton has the open look. Goes back up. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Look at what Howard has done so far. He's got 8 points, and he's rejected more than his share of shots today.
And interior defense at its best, fellas. That's what we've seen out of him today.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And guys, we've talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
Good.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Howard's gone 5 of 10 from the floor. Here's Curry with the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Howard is still, Clark, an efficient rebounder, still prolific, in fact, but he's no longer dominant. Last year, he had not one 20-plus rebound game. Tell me the last time that happened.
Well, this being Dwight's 12th season in the league, Kevin, a lot of wear and tear on him. I think he's trying to fight through it, and he's still very much more than serviceable. Wants to get a ring, and he's doing his part to try to make that happen.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in, and so Jones nails both of them. Curry against Harden. Curry attacking. And the wide open shot from Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams in their effectiveness from the three-point line.
It has been pronounced, no doubt about it. Definitely a big factor to this point in the game.
Offensive rebound.
He's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
And the numbers back it up, Greg. I mean, he's brought his hard hat and mean mentality to the glass with him today.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Warriors on top, delivering the blowout. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Here's Terry. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Thompson is out there with McAdoo. Then there's Barbosa. Then there's Klay Thompson. And it's Ezeli in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That drops.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there? Because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Landon Rush, he's checked in for the Warriors. McDaniels kicks to Terry, and Brandon Rush hits the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know, something that's floating around in the sports world and in the NBA is reseeding after the playoffs start. And for those of you who may not understand the situation, it's simply saying that no matter what seed would play the lower seeded team, however you get to those numbers.
The Warriors making a switch here. Spates checked in for Ezeli. Draymond Green comes in for Thompson. Andre Iguodala is checked in for McAdoo. And Curry subbed in for Brandon Rush. On its way from Curry for two. And another basket for Golden State. And with that whole concept of playoff reseeding, so often we'll see a second or third seed team get a sixth or seventh seed team in the second round. Meanwhile, Greg, the top seed plays the fourth seed no matter what.
You know, I think in a few cases it would have made a major difference in how the playoffs would have played out. And quite frankly, I think it also puts more value on the regular season if that number one seed could play a seventh seed, if you will, in the second round. So I think that's something that the commissioner and the competition committee might want to reassess.
Shot clock at 3. They double team Curry. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Houston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Terry the pass to Harrell. He feeds it to Decker. Dishes to McDaniels from past the arc. The Warriors pull it in.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
Terry kicks to Harrell. Over in the corner, Decker. It's stolen by Green. Here's Spates. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Assisted by Stephen Curry.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his fifth foul.
That's really a tough call. One you don't like to see, but it was called, and now he's got to really make sure that he's on top of his game here in regards to not picking up another foul. That was his fifth right there.
And there's Terry. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Clock at 6. Will it go? Cannot hit. So Golden State will take it the other way. Green dishes to Barbosa. The feed to Curry. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
They're doing well overall, but the turnovers have been the exception.
Yeah, it has been, and they've been able to overcome the carelessness to this point, but I'm sure the coaching staff wants that to get cleaned up right now.
A nice shot by McDaniels.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Curry kicks to Barbosa. Stolen by McDaniels. Iguodala with the steal. The dish now to Barbosa. Finished off the break.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficient.
A nice shot by McDaniels.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
The Warriors have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go win. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And the Executive of the Year award is an odd one. I mean, given yearly to the executive that was deemed to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
And for the Executive of the Year award, it's hard to evaluate because for GMs, Clark, it takes years of moves to reach a certain point.
Yeah, it's an annual award, but it's awarded for years of decisions, if that makes any sense. One big signing or trade isn't quite enough to win the award. They are really struggling with fouls, Kevin. It's still early, but one more foul, and they're over the limit.
Poked away, out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession.
Rockets ball.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Curry against Terry. Here's Spates. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And that's not the way for a team to get back into a game, giving up open shots like that.
On our old partner, Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars in Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us are surprised at his success.
No.
I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point. Green with the block. To the wing right side, pulls up, and there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala has got 6 assists in the game. And for Houston, they're shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. McDaniels passes to Terry. He kicks it to McDaniels. Great D that time from Green.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Spade sets a screen for Curry. Inside, Green takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 14 rebounds. Rockets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. It's off his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Houston.
And one priority for the commissioner this year was how the schedule worked. There were complaints about too many back-to-back games, and it was something everybody wanted to improve upon.
Curry with it. Guarded now by Jason Terry. Deflects the pass. Decker dishes to Harrell. Terry kicks to Thornton. Now here's Harrell. He's tightly guarded. Oh, and here comes Curry all alone. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
Rockets have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. And it's Terry off the drive, and it's blocked by Curry, and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
The Rockets shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Decker kicks to Thornton. Now here's Decker. He's covered by Iguodala. Decker can't hit.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
The first free throw is good.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
And last season, GA, as you were talking about, the injuries for the Rockets did pile up. Dwight Howard was out. Terrence Jones. Did you see that? Man, oh, man.
Oh, he was doing some major skywalking right there.
Was that flight cleared for landing? Did they get the clearance?
I didn't think he was ever coming down.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Terry off the drive. Here's Harrell. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that. Well, there were a few complaints last season about how the playoff seeding was done, most notably in the Western Conference. Portland was the 4th seed for winning their division, but without that division win, would have been the 6th seed.
And Thornton gets it to go on the assist by Terry. Thornton's got 13 points in the second half. Now here's Curry. Feeds it to Barbosa. Back to Curry. The shot. And the Warriors tack on 2 more. Into the playoffs last year with Portland being a division winner, but getting that 4th seed, that played a huge role in this conversation about playoff seeding structure. San Antonio would end up playing the Clippers in the first round, even though both had better records than the Blazers.
Kevin, no doubt it's a tricky situation. Listen, you want to reward teams for winning their division, but every so often it comes at the expense of several other teams, like it did last year, who just play in stronger divisions. So I think that's something that the league is going to have to look at moving forward.
Capella. It's rebounded by Golden State.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Barbosa. Green with a screen on Thornton. Outside Curry. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Stolen by Decker. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Thornton's got the ball. And the baseline jumper, no good. And it's Harrell missing.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Iguodala. Rebounded by Capella. And for the Rockets, they're shooting straight 49% from the field. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
Jones checked in for Houston. And so here is Houston. Kicks to Thornton.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
And he gets it to go. Terry with it. Outside, Jones. Can And they get it. And yes, sir, that one drops.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
It's stolen by Jones. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And the rejection by Iguodala. Outside Curry. Iguodala outside. Barbosa kicks to Spates. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's Green with the 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 14 points for Draymond Green.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so this victory tonight will give them the front end of what I believe will be a knockdown, drag-out season series, folks. They win the first of what will be 3 this year against the Rockets.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Stephen Curry. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
And it's Terry off the drive. Here's Harrell. Excellent D here by Iguodala. And it's the Warriors' ball. Curry with it. And Terry picks him up defensively. Spates sets a screen. Curry kicks to Spates. They kick it out to Green. Outside Curry. And another 3 for Golden State.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Here's Curry. The pass to Iguodala. From deep. Missed. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were all over the place tonight, getting it done for your team. How do you prepare for this next game?
It's tough, but, you know, for me, I got fresh young legs. I'm not playing heavy minutes, so I'm excited. And they got us in their place, but, you know, we're looking for redemption.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. I'm Ernie Johnson.
I don't think you want to get rich. You don't really want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. Nah, you don't really want it. Now you don't want that late night gas with no break, like crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears in a bunk bed. Peers know they up.